Okay, y'all. How y'all doing? It's your girl, Pop Culture Goddess. And let's talk about Power Book Ghost. Tariq's biggest mistake with Effie. I feel like Effie would have been on his side and would have never betrayed him to Kane, Diane, Drew, and Norma if he would have did just one thing. Let's get into it. Okay. So now, how we met Effie, right? Remember, Effie would play chess with Tariq, and she would beat Tariq at chess. Okay, so Effie is very smart. She is very smart, very cunning, and is thinking just like Tariq, several steps ahead. Now, of course, you remember now, Effie snitched on Tariq in the past when they were students at Choke, right? Her actions caused Tariq to be expelled for dealing drugs on the campus. Now, Tariq has since, of course, forgiven her since she was able to say that it was simply business. Now, if it was simply business, Tariq was able to put all that aside and forgive her and continue to work with Effie. You know, Braden hooked up a meeting between them two, and they were able to hash their situation out and talk and work with each other to move drugs. Now, the same way that little situation played out, yeah, when we look at the Tariq and Lauren situation, that was business as well, right? That was business. Effie did what she did because it was a smart business move. She knew Braden was not going to be able to do it. And so she did what she thought was best for business. Not only just for business, but I think personally, she did it for Tariq as well. hmm I think she honestly was in love with Tariq. I think she loved Tariq and wanted a forever life with Tariq, especially after that Italy trip. Like she really felt like they were the Bonnie and Clyde and they were going to ride off into the sunset and get out the game together and everything. She kind of had an Angela mentality. Yeah, she kind of is like an Angela, don't you think? I feel like she is kind of like an Angela. You know, all these at first, Angela really didn't. Angela was like kind of like feeling Ghost, but then had her guard up with Ghost. I don't know, but let's keep on. Same way Tariq handled that situation with Lauren and was able to find out Lauren was still alive. And because Lauren had love and was in love with Tariq. And that's why Lauren came to Tariq and revealed that she was alive and who she suspected tried to kill her. And that was the turning point of when Tariq's emotions for Effie, they were dead. Dead in the water. He was no longer in love, feeling that Effie was going to be the person that was going to be his ride or die, and his main girl, and all that. All that died once Lauren told him that Effie was the one behind all of this mess. Effie was the one who tried to take her out, and that just shows how Lauren had enough love for Tariq to put herself at risk at possibly getting killed because she don't know if Tariq was the bad guy. She was basing her going by her emotions and going to meet Tariq when she could have got popped. It could have been a whole setup, but she was willing to risk it all for the love that she had for Tariq. And Tariq knew that and was able to use Lauren to recant her statements, to give him information, to learn that Cooper Sachs was indeed the mole, this informant, that find out about the Rico case. All these important details he was able to procure and get from Lauren because Lauren was still thinking that there was some good in Tariq and that Tariq wasn't a monster. Y'all remember that? Hmm. She was really hoping that there was some good left in him. But you know what? Hmm. Like Effie said, she doesn't know if Tariq is lying or not, but she understands. She also tells Reek he has to accept the fact, whether he likes it or not, that they are both monsters because of what they are doing. So they're both two peas in a pod. They're both monsters. And finally, Lauren, love for Tariq dies when she realized, yeah, Effie, Tariq, all of them are all monsters. But at that point, I think Tariq wanted it to end that way because if it didn't, Lauren would have tried to stay around to be with Tariq. And it was better that she, her love for Tariq died when she dropped that phone and moved on with her parents and escaped the city. Now, the biggest mistake with Tariq and Effie, how he slipped up, how he made a mistake that Ghost almost made. But the reason why Ghost didn't make that mistake is because he had Tasha. Tasha was smart. Tasha is definitely another one of those. She's definitely a monster and a master manipulator and a master planner as well, just like Ghost. That's why a lot of things, when Ghost was stumped at, Tasha would sit down and have conversations and they'll talk stories and tell stories and figure out a plan. She's like, oh yeah, you remember that thing where we sent the head to one place and we sent the head to another place to find out which one was the snitch or the mole or the prop? Yeah. Tasha was good at what she is good at what she does. And Tasha was able to, she wasn't in her emotions and able to give Ghost a plan. And this is where Tariq, youth and emotion, effed him up. So when he goes and picks up Effie, he goes to pick Effie up from the jail, right? And Effie says to him, like, I don't know how you do it, but you just, you able to, get me out. Okay, you got me out. And they start talking. He's like, yeah, all you got to do is have some faith. And she's like, okay, so where do we go from here? What about the business? Because at the end of the day, Effie is about business. She loves Tariq. She's in love with Tariq. She wants to get back to what they're good at, being monsters together, building business, making moves. Her and Tariq against the world. Because no matter how much time Kane came to her and as a pretend lawyer, she was not going to flip on Tariq. No matter how much they pressured her, she didn't turn on Tariq. No matter what happened in jail, she did not turn on Tariq. It was Tariq's own actions that put the nail in the coffin with her turning on him. He made a fatal mistake when it came to Effie. He forgot what a monster she was. See, the same way he manipulated and used Lauren's love, he should have continued to do the same with Effie and keep Effie on his side because Effie is a smart player. Having Effie on his side would have been good business. Having her as an enemy, bad business. Because, hey, like they say, hell has no fury like a woman what? Scorned. So when Effie's acting him, like, okay, what's the deal between me and you? You know, what's going with us? And his response is like very cold. He's like cold. It's like he's like MOP, cold as ice. He says, what? Yo, you instead of you being a loyal girl to me, you already tried to plot on Lauren and take her out, causing more problems for us because you didn't do the job correctly and she lived. But not only that, you went to Kane first. And you know Kane has it out for me. So let me drop your ass off at the dorm. And she's like, I don't need you to drop me anywhere. I'm good. So that's what's up. We not together no more. Like after everything I've done, I've improved myself. You can't forgive me. Yo, Effie would have been the loyal soldier to the end for Tariq. He got her. He got her. He had her mind, body, and soul, and business savvy and everything. And she was ready to rock and roll and do whatever for her king. But he let his emotions and the betrayal blindside him and made a weakness. And this is the difference between Tariq's situation with Effie and Ghost's situation with Angela and Tasha being a mastermind. Because in that situation where Ghost finds out that Angela is a U.S. attorney and she's a U.S. She's one of those people that could lock their asses up and charge them with a RICO, right? What does Tasha say? Tasha is livid when she learns Ghost's mistress is not only a flame from high school, but a U.S. attorney. Mm-hmm. Scared Angela may come after Tommy, Ghost and her, Tasha advises Ghost to keep seeing her because she knows a woman in love will do whatever's necessary to protect her man. And the queen, on when you play in chess, the queen will protect the other pieces. Isn't she the one that goes into battle? Effie was willing to protect Tariq. Tariq, with his emotions, okay, he's still young, did not realize how deep he had Effie's loyalty. Because at the end of the day, when he set her up with the cups, what'd she say? I would have did the same thing too, because a monster knows that this is what they do. And Tasha knew because she was a monster as well as Ghost, and she told Ghost, keep seeing her because she knows a woman in love will do whatever is necessary to protect her man, even if her man is on the wrong side of the law. That is what Lauren did for Tariq. That's what Lauren did for Tariq. Lauren knew, right? That Tariq was a shady mother effer and could be involved in all this shit. But her love, she was willing to still do whatever to protect him. And he had the same power over Effie. But his anger and his disappointment and the betrayal of like not you, this ain't the first going around with Effie betraying him. He's done with her this time. Now, not only that, you are effing Kane. What you think I'm gonna take you back after you sloppy toppied with Kane? Nah, girl, you for this now. You're like you for the street, you for Kane. Go ahead, go on over there. When actually he should have kept Effie. He should have played the long game, not the short game with Effie. And Effie would have never been the one or one of the ones busting off at him. And Braden wouldn't have had to come in and save them. Damn shame. So, yeah, what do you think about Tariq's biggest mistake? See, like father, like son, they both making the same mistakes, but the only difference is Tariq didn't have a younger Tasha on his side to advise him. Y'all comment below and tell me what y'all think about my my, my little thing on Tariq's biggest mistake. Y'all agree or disagree? What's up?